Hey guys, this is James from TeaDB, and welcome to InBetweenIsode number 13, where we're just going to talk about football the whole time. Just kidding. We just finished watching the NFL NFC Conference Championships, where the Seattle Seahawks somehow miraculously beat the Green Bay Packers, so I could do that annoying chant, but I'm not going to, at the risk of pissing everyone off, including my live audience right here in front of me. So behind me, if you hear shouting, screaming, stuff like that, if you hear for people yelling for their lives or anything like that, it's probably just Seahawks fans going in beast mode or whatever the heck they do these days. So today's tea is Tea Urchin's Bulang Beauty. So I got a bunch of samples in from Tea Urchin maybe about a month and a half, 2 months ago. And so I've been slowly drinking through those, and I've kind of got sidetracked with a lot of Linsong teas that I've been reviewing for the Tea of the Month. But this was definitely one of the ones that stood out to me the first time around. And I think the correct comparison for a tea like this, and this is a blend that, as you might expect, the base of it comes from the Bulang Mountain, which is a physical location in Xishuangbanna. Is something like White Tea's New Amerykah series. The New Amerykah 2, I believe, is out, and the New Amerykah 1 sold out. So they're blends, and I think part of the reason, and they're cut with some really nice material. This one is cut with about 10% Lao Banzhang, and the rest of it is other Bulang Mountain material. And Lao Banzhang is kind of a village at the top or around the top of Bulang. Yeah. So one thing you'll notice if you ever order from Tea Urchin is that their base material is always really quite excellent. It's a lot of really big leaves, and compared to something like, I don't know, Yunnan sourcing, they tend to specialize more in kind of the very, very premium productions. So their offerings tend to be a little bit more expensive, and I find that the price for the quality is still pretty good. They are definitely not for the people that want to spend $20 or $30 a cake, but they have some really, really nice stuff. And a lot of their teas are gushu, especially their own pressings, which come from older trees. Alright, so I'm going to smell. So pretty aromatic, a lot of sweetness. There were a lot of like kind of earth, mushroom, ground notes, lower bassy notes that were coming out of it earlier on, and a lot of that's gone. So it kind of has this generic western Xishuangbanna, Monghai County smell to it right now. A lot of sweetness coming off of those leaves. And I'm going to give this another brew as well. So, a lot of bitterness coming off of it, which can be expected from a tea like this. So right now I'm kind of detecting how much of the Hui Gan there is, and there is some. Alright, and I'm going to show you guys the liqueur as well. So it's brewing up a very healthy yellow looking color. And so there's not really a ton of sweetness in the actual taste of it, but there is significant Hui Gan, and that is sort of characteristic of the region. The smell on this is very good. It's got a really, really nice, excellent big body, and that's something that I found to be true for a lot of the Tea Urchin productions, especially the ones from Guafengjai. I found to be very kind of like heavy in their body. And stuff like this, I think if you're looking for cakes to age, and especially if you're okay with spending stuff in the $70 to $100, kind of in this New Amerykah or Bulang Beauty range, I think this and the new Amerykah are probably safe to put away. And I say that mainly because the material is from a place where a lot of the aged materials of kind of the cakes that have aged well comes from Xishuangbanna, and the fact that they also have a lot of really nice characteristics, bigger bodies. They have a lot of room to mellow out. This tea in particular has a lot of bitterness, especially on the front end, that develops in sort of interesting ways. The other session I had with this tea developed for 11 or 12 steeps at least, so good longevity on this. And right now, this steep is quite a bit different. There's a little bit more floral sweetness. It's still quite bitter, and I think it will continue to be bitter for at least a few more steeps. A lot of strength in it. Really, really big, nice body. Yeah, and so I think for people like me, this tea definitely gets my stomach going, so I need to be sure that I have this after a meal. So for me, if I were to consume this tea, it would definitely be sort of to scout it out for its aging potential, and then I would potentially, if I were to buy it, I'd put it away in my fridge, my tea fridge, for quite some time. I don't think drinking teas like this would be extremely good for me in the short term, or in the long term rather. So for me, this would definitely be something to age. But I have heard of people that really do like to consume this really, really young, strong tea. And I can definitely say that this is a very good young straw tea. So people that enjoy consuming the new Amerykah, definitely check this cake out. I definitely recommend it, especially because it does come with some of that really, really special material. Yeah. And I think that pretty much covers it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some of the wet leaf. Toss that into here. And I am going to continue to sip on this guy, so you can see some of that material. And a fun thing to do at the end of a session or whatever is just to dump out the whole session, especially for a tea that you might suspect is a blend or is a blend. Separate them out between what looks like a certain type of leaf versus another. Sometimes people will mix in teas from previous harvests, so you should be able to detect a little bit of browning or oxidation in there, and just see what the actual ratios of the blend are. And that's just something you can do by examining the wet leaf. Anyways, I thank you guys for watching the football edition of InBetweenIsode, and I will see you guys next time. Cheers.